special What's Trending Live. I'm Shira Lazar. Remember to tweet us your questions for our very special guest at What's Trending. Now, you know him from the band Sublime with Rome. He now has his debut solo EP, Dedication, out right now. Please welcome Rome to the What's Trending studio. How's it going?
Hi.
I was gonna say, last time I saw you was on stage at the Palladium with Sublime with Rome.
Yes, that was our first show kicking off our first tour ever.
And you were nervous, you said.
Oh God, I was scared out of my mind.
Well, you're one of the youngsters. Is
Well,
that
yeah.
What,
I'm the youngest one in the band, and I kind of had to go from like playing acoustic shows with these fine people to being launched to like 20,000 people, like over the course of like 2 months. So, and then go on a tour where it's like every day, you got to be the stage man every day. So it was like, took a while to get used to, But
did you imagine that this would be your life right now? And you came from a family of, they weren't musicians. You're first generation American right now?
yeah? I'm like 1.5. My dad was born in TJ, but my mom was born in Oceanside. So it was like, it's kind of a balance. But I mean, I knew that I would be here playing music, maybe not here, but I never knew in a million years that I'd ever be doing it with Sublime. Never. I mean,
because you were playing their covers.
Yeah, we're playing everything, I mean, we went in the studio and even wrote an album together. I mean, it's like, we went so far into the dream of like any kid that would ever want to be in his favorite band. And then now I have the opportunity, after the guys have taken me around the world, and back twice, I've like learned so much of them, and I've like gotten so much experience and like really found out like who I am as an artist. And I decided to make an album.
Yeah, tell me about what went into that decision and what the process was like for you.
Well, we had been on the road for probably about like three years now, and we've done like 3 amazing tours, and we put out a record, and kind of want to slow it down for a little bit, and then that kind of opens up a window for me. And I love writing music. It's like all I do. So, I mean, I basically got off tour last summer with 311, and I just went straight to the studio and just started like working on songs for maybe my album, and then eventually, it actually came.
So is that how it starts for you? It's kind of like an experiment.
Yeah. Well, if I like try to buckle down and be like, okay, you gotta write, a hit song, or you gotta write, your first big album. It's like that, man. That's like a lot of pressure being like, put on creativity. Creativity is very hard to just. Good creativity is hard to, just channel out of pressure.
So you also got to work with some really cool people in the process of making the EP. Yeah,
man, I got to work with people that I've like looked up to as far as like producing goes for a while, Dave Bassett, Benny Blanco. And then, I've got to work with, some amazing songwriters and stuff too. Some of my friends that work with the following producers as well. It's been a really great journey because it's like, I like kind of got to work with some people who bring out another side of me that I don't think I would have really been able to on my own.
What is that side?
It's like when other people in the room are, as equally as creative as you and as spontaneous even, things just start coming out. When there's more than one, like-minded mind there, spitting out ideas, and it just brings like it almost challenges you.
Yeah.
And that's how I felt like this whole record was for me. It's kind of like a step out from everything that everyone knows me as. Not entirely, but just on the surface, and kind of like experiment with something that, I feel could be the next level for me.
Are people surprised that you decided to do a solo EP so quickly?
I think some people are probably, shocked at the fact that like I'm just going out and like dropping an album out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But that's kind of how the whole thing happened. Like Sublime kind of just happened out of nowhere, and this record just kind of happened out of nowhere.
Yeah,
it wasn't something that I was necessarily planning. I mean, way before I joined up with Bud and Eric, I wanted to drop an album, but since I joined the band, like that's just kind of been my life, and it's been amazing. We've done everything, but all of a sudden I just kind of had like the spontaneous idea now, and I'm like, I kind of feel like writing an album.
We actually had a Twitter question that we got that asked, what inspires you? What keeps you going?
My fans and my family. I mean, that's basically it, because without either of them, I can't do what I love. So, yeah,
And now the songs on the album, tell me about them. What went into them, and are they things that you've actually experienced?
Yeah.
What do you want people to feel when they listen to the songs?
I mean, basically every song, like off the album, is like a page out of my diary. You know, I let everything, who I'm with, where I'm at, what I'm smoking, what I'm drinking, don't matter. You know, everything that I write is just 100% complete honesty. You know, because before anything, before fans or shows, I just did it for therapy because I had to. You know, it was the only thing that made me feel good.
Yeah.
There's a certain time in my life where things were just very confusing, and all I wanted to do was say something, and I couldn't do it anymore with just my guitar. I needed to sing something, and that's how it all started, and that's kind of like my whole thing about my music is just, it comes straight from me. It's almost like a diary entry.
That's great. And now you're going to sing Dedication and Ounce of Love. Anything you want to tell us about those songs?
Dedication was actually the first song that kind of shaped like the whole project. Once I had that song, I did that with Nate from Fun and Jeff Basker. Once we wrote that song, it was kind of like, this is the tone. This is like the direction of the project that I'd like, for more or less, like to really move towards.
It sets the foundation.
It totally did. And at that point, it was like, I really want to make this album as best as it could be, because that's a song that really set the bar, and evidently it's my first single now. So
very nice. Well, thank you for being here today. And now to perform Dedication on What's Trending, Rome.
Thank you. I can taste the gin and oxy on your lips. I divide the world and fall between your hips. There's no way that I can save your life when you can't even open your eyes. And I try to right your wrongs, but I just end up with all of your lies. Oh, 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 such a pretty face, but such an ugly mess. You've got everyone, but choose the loneliness. Yeah, we crashed and burned, and we argued to the point of no return. And I'm finally done, and this song's been sung, so this I dedicate to you. Oh, 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 baby, it's a dedication, a dedication. This is dedicated to you, baby. It's a dedication, a dedication. This is dedicated to you. For the times we had, through the good and bad, this is dedicated to you. Such a pretty face that I must erase. This is dedicated to you. Oh, baby, it's a dedication, a dedication. This is dedicated to you. Oh, baby, this is dedication, a dedication. This is dedicated to you. Oh, oh. Oh, laugh so hard our eyes turn red. We're skipping school, said fuck driver's ed, so we can jam to the Grateful Dead, yeah. When you're around, baby, time slows down. Roll up the windows and just drive around. You're always there when I need you the most. You light me up, let's go. Like, can I get an ounce of love? This week's been a little rough. Taste you once, but it's not enough. So come give me an ounce of love. Like, eh, 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 eh. Ooh, oh, 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 ounce of love, yeah. Eh, 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 hey. Ooh, oh, 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 ounce of love, yeah. You try to say that you're no good for me. Say what you want, cause I won't believe. You're on my lips every day of the week. When you roll up, you know you smell so sweet, yeah. I'm never ever gonna let you go. My inspiration in the studio, oh, oh. And when you're gone, I can't sleep at night. But you're never gone, so I sleep just fine. Like, can I get an ounce of love? This week's been a little rough. Taste you once, but it's not enough. So come give me an ounce of love. Like, eh, 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 eh. Ooh, oh, 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 ounce of love, yeah. Eh, 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 eh. Ooh, oh, 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 ounce of love, yeah. Hey, oh, I wanna breathe you in. Hey, oh, so give me some lovin', yeah. Hey, oh, I wanna breathe you in. Hey, oh, so give me some lovin', yeah. Hey, oh, I wanna breathe you in. Hey, oh, so give me some lovin', yeah. Hey, oh, I wanna breathe you in. Hey, oh, so give me some love. Like, can I get an ounce of love? This week's been a little rough. Taste you once, but it's not enough. So come give me an ounce of love. Like, hey, 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 hey. Ooh, oh, 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 ounce of love, yeah. Hey, 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 hey. Ooh, oh, 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 ounce of love, yeah. Ooh, ooh, ounce of love, yeah. Ooh, ooh, ounce of love, yeah.
That was so great. You getting hot? You getting hot? That's the point. We want to work you up.
So, man.
That was Dedication, An Ounce of Love. Now, was that about someone, Ounce of Love?
No, it's about smoking weed.
There's a lot. There's
Well,
a lot
I
of
like
love
made
in
it
that.
sound. Yeah, I just kind of like made it sound like it's about love, so it can be played on Disney Channel.
Very nice. Now, we also have some more questions for you from the audience, and we're going to actually hear from our own audience in a second.
Dope.
What's the best part for you of being on tour?
Getting water, and then second to that, probably getting to play shows every night.
Yeah.
I mean, because like.
You have to make sure you.
I think I have one right now.
Okay.
With everything that we got, like always going on, like being in the music industry and everything, it's like, you know, we're always doing interviews and photo shoots and video shoots and social media and all this stuff. But at the end of the day, the thing that we love to do the most is go up there and play songs for our fans. Like that's
what it's all about. If you don't have
well,
music,
that's how we started.
Connect.
Like that's what we wanted to do from the get-go, you know? That's the best. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. That's the best. That's the best part of tour ever.
And you
every
forget
night.
your lines, you said.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah. How do you deal with that?
Just keep going.
Yeah.
No one's perfect.
Yeah, no, yes, exactly.
I try.
And now some questions from our audience right now. Oh, we have one.
Uh-oh.
It's me. I wanted to know when the rest of your album is coming out.
September. I don't have an exact release date when the album's coming out, but I know it's going to be in the month of September. So late September. Narrowing it down.
Love all the songs on the EP.
You're the best. Thank you. That's my aunt, by the way.
What was it like riding with the Dirty Heads again?
Oh, man, awesome. Every time I get to be in the studio with the Dirty Heads, well, first of all, it's always just fun, first and foremost. But then the music starts coming out, you know? I mean, those guys have a natural talent, and, you know, when you put us in a room together, it's just good stuff happens, you know? And luckily, we got 3 songs like that, so I'm very excited.
Yeah, those songs are so great.
Thanks.
Now, how do those collaborations happen? Is it something that you just dream of working with those people, you bump into them?
Well,
it just
we have like the
happens?
same management.
Well, yeah.
So like we've been friends for a long time, and at first, you know, it was kind of like, man, I wish I could work with the Dirty Heads. That'd be really cool. Now I just call them, you know. But
Just text them. You're like,
just
it's
like,
not even
yo,
about our people
Jared.
talking to your people. What about fun? I mean, working with him. They're just blowing up right now.
They're awesome. And they're all like really cool guys, and they're all super nice, and they're all amazing at music. So it's like, I just want the best for them, you know. Nate's an incredibly talented guy who, you know, really had a big part in Dedication, that first song you heard. And, you know, I look forward to getting back in the studio with them guys. And if you guys don't have their album, get Some Nights. That's a great album.
Anything about you that we would be surprised about that we don't know?
Yeah, I'm actually really bad at social media, like Facebooking and like Instagramming, and like I'm so bad at that stuff. And I do a lot of it though, but a lot of it is my friends helping me out.
Of course, you have some good friends, right?
Like, I got the bestest of friends.
Who do you look up to on social media? What artists you're like, oh, I wish I was like them, the way they do it?
You know who I follow on like Instagram, who I just think is just funny? Rick Ross. Because he's always just flying around everywhere buying shit. Everywhere he goes, it's just spent 50K at Louis. Just bought a new Bentley. I'm just like, man, you got a lot of money. Like, you're buying a lot of stuff, man. I just think it's funny, you know, they're like private jetting everywhere. I'm just like, must be nice, you know. I'm over here in Coach, just kicking it with my friends, you know, like, yeah.
Hey, that's also what
good
makes
life,
you
man.
accessible, right?
Yeah.
It makes you real.
I mean, that's why I write my songs, you know. I don't know a life like that. I never knew a life like that, you know. I don't really want a life like that. I like, you know, minimal. I just like spending time with my friends and my family and being able to write my songs. And as long as I can do all that, I don't care where I'm at.
What musicians did you look up to growing up?
Sublime.
Yeah.
Like Bob Marley, like NWA, Biggie Smalls.
That's
Green
a
Day.
really interesting
I know,
mix,
it's
right?
like everything. But my dad was really into reggae and punk rock, and my mom was totally into like, you know, Stevie Wonder and like Motown and everything. So I really got like the best of like, you know, both worlds, so to speak. You know, whenever I was in the car with Dad, it was one thing, and whenever I was in the car with Mom, it was another. So
What do they think of what you're up to right now?
I love it, you know.
Yeah.
They totally love it. They go to all my shows and stuff.
They were
you know,
okay with
they're
you
local.
getting into the music industry at the beginning?
Yeah, my mom kicked me out of the house. She was like, go to LA and go play your guitar. You know, you're not doing nothing up here. You know, she was right. You know, I was just sitting there doing nothing. You know, I had to like go and work. You know, stuff doesn't fall in your lap. You got to go and make
The hustle.
a hustle about it, and then good opportunities can come your way.
Now, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
On the road, writing like my third album. Somewhere selling out Wembley Stadium. Something great like that.
And a lot of fans.
Next to Rick Ross
Yeah.
on his jet.
There you go. Aim
know.
high, aim high.
Red bottoms.
Now, finally, a lot of fans want to know, obviously, Rome with Sublime, or Sublime with Rome.
Either or.
When is that happening? Again, what's the next steps now?
2 days, we start rehearsal, and then we go on a 2-month tour.
How do you balance them both? You're in the middle of your, your solo album, and then this tour.
I mean, it's not like I'm working at Starbucks and Carl's Jr. I mean, I get to like do the two greatest things on earth, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, I love music. 24/7 music is all I live. And if I can be in 5 bands, I'll be in 5 bands, you know?
Yeah.
I ask the Dirty Heads every day if I could join the band. They say no.
Rome would be like, why are you in so many bands? You just keep popping up.
Just love music, man. Just love music.
And now you have one more song you're going to perform
Yeah.
for us today. Tell us about that one.
It's the 3rd song off the EP. It's called Hung Up. And it's basically just about wanting to kill your ex-girlfriend because everywhere you turn, you just see that everything. Yeah. Well, not kill,
Yeah.
but you know.
Not
what
on
I'm saying.
social media,
Just
though. You're not
erase.
following your exes on social media.
Dude, everybody follows everyone's exes on social media. It's so weird. You're just like, oh, my friend just tweeted my ex 10 years, happy birthday. It was like, should I get mad at that? Or no, I don't really know. Social media is weird. It's a weird
You're
thing
going to make it
these days.
human today.
Yeah.
So there you go.
This song's called Hung Up.
Woo.
If I had my way, I would leave this on the past. Yeah. If I had my way, you know I'd push you last. It seems everywhere I look and turn, I'm running into this girl. And no matter how far I fly, there's no escaping her. I've had enough. Every damn song that comes on, had enough. I'm pawning off the necklace that you wore, had enough. I packed all of my shit and hit the road. It's the same old story told, never smarter than before. Cause I think of you when that song comes on. I still think of you when I first wake up. I still think of you in the worst kind of ways. And I really wouldn't mind if I didn't today. Yo, oh, oh, oh. You know I hate you. Oh, oh, oh. Cause I still love you. Millions of girls all over the world, and I'm hung up on this one. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah, I'm hung up on this one. If I had my way, I would leave you all behind. Yeah, if I had my way, I would get you out my mind. And it goes, and it goes, it goes. I never thought that we'd be here, acting like we don't give a damn. Everything that we've been through, pretending like it wasn't your man. I've had enough. Every damn song that comes on, had enough. I'm pulling out the necklace that you wore, had enough. I picked all of my shit and hit the road. It's the same old story told. I'll never be smarter than before. Cause I think of you when that song comes on. I still think of you when I first wake up. I still think of you in the worst kind of ways. And I really wouldn't mind if I didn't today. Yo, oh, oh, oh. You know I hate you. Oh, oh, oh. Cause I still love you. Millions of girls all over the world, and I'm hung up on this one. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah, I'm hung up on this one. I'm hung up on this one. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, there goes we are. Always a fighting the rules of creation for me and for you. Oh, oh, oh. You know I hate you. Oh, 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 oh. 'Cause I still love you. Millions of girls all over the world. Millions of girls all over the world. And I hung up on this one. Oh, 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 oh. Hung up on this one. Hung up on this one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hung up on this one. Yeah. And you know,
That was Hung Up by Rome.
Thank
you
you.
so much for being here today.
thanks for having
Once
me.
again, you
Appreciate
can follow
it.
him on Twitter at Rome Musica. Go buy the solo EP, his debut, Dedication, right now, romemusica.com. And keep on rocking it. Thank you so
Thanks
much.
for having me.